Hi everyone, this is Laura, and I have a project share. But before I do that, I just wanted to show you the paper stack that I used for my project, and I used the Romantique collection um, for this project. This project, for those of you guys that know me, I love making mini albums. I do. I just don't make them enough. I think I have ADD for scrapbooking or something because I kind of get bored with these projects. So I do my mini albums. I just do them at my pace, and sometimes it can take me forever. And when I mean forever, I have a mini album from last year that I still haven't finished. Actually, I have three like that, which is very wicked and bad. And for whatever reason, when I am making an album for someone else, I seem to complete them. This one I actually completed in record time, but for some reason when I make them for myself, it takes me forever, and I don't know why. So that's something I'm trying to work on this year. So hopefully I'll get another album started soon. So anyways, enough chatter. Let me show you what my creation is. About a month ago, I had gave my cousin Nuka a box of goodies, and I know she has been a scrapbooker now for years. But what she's fairly new at is making videos. And not too long ago, she came over to my home, and she wanted me to show her more techniques of layering and other different stuff that she hadn't tried. And we started playing, and I decided to do a swap with her. And I wanted to do a swap with her because she has never done a mini album swap before, and I wanted her just to have a fun swap in the scrapbooking community of the YouTube world. I wanted her to have a fun swap and just see what it might be like to do a swap, especially when it's with someone who is a little familiar with your likes and dislikes. So I'm hoping that she loves her album because I certainly love it. And if I don't get this video loaded and hurry up and get this album to her, I might just end up keeping it. And I don't want to do that because I made it with her in mind. So let me show you real quick what I created for her. And I gifted her a chipboard Teapot album, and I had two of them. So I thought this would be a great way to start our swap. I did not know this was so tiny, though. I'm used to working with really big spaces, so working with these small spaces is always a challenge for me. So real quick, I distressed everything on this mini album with vintage photo and tea dye. And for my new subbies who don't, I'm always saying I distressed it and I give you the color, but I don't actually show what a distress ink looks like. They're by Rangers, and they're a Tim Holtz. They're made by Tim Holtz, but their manufacturers Rangers, and they're called distress inks. And this is what they look like. And of course, anyone who knows me knows they're my favorite inks in the whole wide world. And what I did, let me go through this. I hope this is not a two-parter, but there's a lot of stuff in this album, guys. So let me start real quick. I have some flower trim here along the bottom edge and the top edge here. Let me start with that. I also have some flat back pearl trim here. No, that way. I'm sorry, I have my grandson over here and he's trying to hide behind grandma. No, 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 no playing this way. I have some flat back trim here, and I also have this string of pearls that I decided to manipulate and trying to swirl so that it kind of looks like smoke billowing out of the teapot. I also have this metal little frame here that I added this charm to. And this charm was given to me by Janelle a long time ago. Thank you so much, Janelle. And she had picked them up for me. They were selling them in the 99-cent store way back when, and I couldn't get my hands on any, so she was kind enough to pick some up for me. And that's where that came from. I have a piece of lace in the back that I kind of hot glued around this metal piece. I have some flower sprays, a rosebud, some acrylic flowers, some wild orchid flowers, more acrylic flowers, and some mulberry flowers that I had in my stash, as well as this little fabric flower. And here I have this little, I'm sorry, my camera just moved. I have this little metal plate by Making Memories. It says Circle of Friends. And I thought a nice theme for her mini would be more of a girly girl circle of friends type of mini, tea time, sort of speak. And I distressed this metal spoon. And let me tell you, I have searched, I wanted a spoon for this album, and I went searching forever before I finally found what I was looking for. And I was really happy with it once I got it. I distressed it a little bit just to make it look a little bit more tarnished. And this mini, originally, the ring for this mini album was supposed to go up here. I really didn't like that look at all, nor did I like the ring, so I took it all out. I eliminated it. Instead, I decided to attach it over here, and I'm using this beautiful fabric meshy type of trim that Jackie, Scrapping Latina, had gifted me recently in Iraq, and it is awesome. It's iridescent, so it has just the right shine to it, and it almost looks like a little plastic clasp, which I love. I didn't want to do too much to the handle because I wanted to show off those beautiful papers, and plus I wanted you to see that it was a teapot. I didn't want to put too much stuff on here. Then it would make it harder to open. Gosh, I gotta stop moving this camera. Okay, so the first page in the mini album goes like this. I created a little pocket here, and then to that pocket I added some lace and some flatback pearls. I added one of my metal embellishments that I made using a bead cap, and adding a flatback pearl to that. I have some crystal bling again. This is going to be a theme throughout the album. You'll see me putting crystals or string of pearls, just trying to mimic smoke coming out of the teapot. Like I said, I distressed the whole album. And then I added this little tag here. And to the center of the tag it says um, tea, coffee, hot chocolate. And then I distressed it also with spun sugar and the tea dye. And this can either be, oh, hold on, my little ribbon just came loose. This can actually be either a journal spot or a place for photos, whichever one she wanted to do. Either one. And then as you can see, I have a little butterfly right there, and that's a Sarah K. Sarah K. Oh my gosh, a K and Company. That's by K and Company, and that's from an ephemera pack. I think it was the homemade. I'm not too sure. Then over here, what I did was I took a piece of chipboard and some pattern paper, and I cut them both out using my spellbinders, just to give it some added dimension. And then I added some more of those flat back pearls here and another string over here. And I added some flat back pearls here going all the way around this little spellbinders die. And I also added some stickles. I added some flowers and a little metal fan. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little charm. I added a little flat back pearl too. I have some wild orchids flowers, and my camera's not really focusing too well. But this is a little butterfly charm that I added here, and it says tea time. Um, this flower is kind of covering up my tea a little bit. And over here I have a little teapot. I made the banner and I just stamped tea time on it, and I have some sprays and this big piece of lace that I just hot glue to the back of this little die. And I have some more sprays over here. And that's pretty much it. I just love that little teapot charm. It's so cute. That's pretty much it for this page. And I just love how you can just flip it over so easily using this for the clasp. Okay, then on this page, I added some more flat back pearls to the top, distressed it all, used this pattern paper. I created this little belly band here. And then I added some of this floral beaded trim, I want to call it. And I added some more of that flat back pearl trim. And this little belly band, I also put some lace and a pretty pink bow on there. And what I did was I created a pocket, and this is a pocket for this little notebook that I created for her. And what I did was I made it to look like a tea bag. So within the tea bag, if I can get it open now, see, this is a tea bag, and this is the little piece. But I made the string like really long, and I put an N for Nuirka. And I cut this out using my Spellbinders square fleur-de-lis. And see, this is, and the tea, the little teacup stamp, and another Spellbinders die, another Spellbinders die. This was my flower one. The flower actually holds the tea bag pocket, the page in place, and that's another little teacup I have up there. And when you open it, says date and place, and you have, I stamped a little cup with smoke coming out of it on this one. And then on this one, I just left plain. And I don't know if you can see the images of the girls, but I just love that. So she can either use it for photos or to journal, whichever one she would like. And she has another spot there. And then this just folds back. And I really wanted to try to emulate a tea bag, so that's why I kind of folded it in like that, so that it could look just like a tea bag. And then this just wraps around here. And what I did was I wrapped it around twice so that you can see her little N. And that's why I like the flower, because it had enough little petals on it to hold the twine. And that just goes right in there, like that. Then on this side, I went crazy with the bling. Oops, moved my camera again. Sorry, guys. Excuse me. My nose is so stuffy, and I still have a little bit of nasal drip. I have such bad allergies. So here I went crazy with the bling. I have bling here, and I have some more bling here. This is a Spellbinders die again. I cut it out on chipboard just to give it that added dimension instead of the pop dots. And then I cut it out on pattern paper. Over here, I added I fussy cut this. No, actually this came out of a K and Company ephemera pack. It's a little fan, and I didn't glue it all the way so that she can tuck a photo back here, because this is a frame for a photo. And that's why I like making the videos, so that the recipient of this mini will know that this is not glued down all the way. This actually is all hanging loose so that you can fit a photo underneath there. So to the little fan, I added some more bling. I added a little bling butterfly that I had. I also added a little birdie from that ephemera pack by K & Company. I added some of my paper flowers that I've had in my stash. I added another little bird here. Oh, wait, I'm getting them confused here. I added a little bird here, and over here I have a little butterfly that I just have some sprays hanging out of, and one of those iridescent flowers that Jackie has sent me in a rack. And this is another tea charm, and this is a teapot and a teacup. And each charm I try to make it different. I think I have about 4 different teapot charms um, for this album. Then for the next page, I have this little pocket. And I actually bought this a while ago. I don't even remember where. It might have been in Amazing Savings. I don't know. I can't remember. But to the pocket, I added this little girly girl dolly. I added another bird charm, a little heart charm, a flower charm. And I love adding a lot of metal embellishments to my projects. I added this floral ephemera in the background. And this is a spoon that I cut out of my Spellbinders die. And in the pocket, I put a few little tags in here for her to either put a photo or to journal. This is actually a recipe card that I made to look like a little, I covered it with designer paper. And then she can journal on this side if she wants and put photos in here. And here's another little journal spot that goes with that recipe card. And I made it into a ticket. Again, she can journal and put a teeny tiny photo. And that goes in there. And then I also included this friendship poem that Carol had gifted me in a rack a very while back. And that all tucks into this little file folder pocket right here that says joy. Because our friends do bring us so much joy. And I have a little bow, a pink bow that I put on the top of the pot. And a big bling piece right there. And of course, I added some ribbons and some trims. And for this page, again, another Spellbinders die that I cut on chipboard and then on designer paper. I have this pretty, beautiful bow here in blue. And this was another one of my favorite papers. I just love all the papers in this collection. I added some bling here and here to the corner of the pots. And then I distressed the frame. And to the frame on the bottom, I have this little banner that I made in distressed with worn lipstick, spun sugar, and tea dye. And then I just stamped it in coffee, my Acrava ink. And it says love. Some more of those butterfly charms. And this is a different teapot. It's hollowed out in the center, and I just put a heart bling there. But this one is like a longer version. The other one was a shorter version. I think, I forgot the names, so I think it's one is English and one is Victorian. And I have another little birdie here, and this is a bead cap here. Some more bling, a piece of lace, and just some flowers, and another acrylic flower there. And then for the next page, I created another pocket here, which I added this beautiful trim to. And then I added some flat back pearls on top of that trim. And then I added this little felt flower on top of that. And it has like a little tulle skirt. Very dainty and pretty. And I'm sorry, Nuirka, but I'm trying to keep everything from hanging off the page. But this one I couldn't help. I was trying not to do that because she told me she really didn't like too many things hanging off her pages of her mini albums. So I did try my best, given the small space. So on this pocket, I have this little photo mat here. And you can journal and place photos. I created another one. And I just love, 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 love those photos of those women in their gowns. And that just tucks into that little pocket there. And then into that pocket, I also cut out this little teapot using my Spellbinders die. And she can put a little photo there, or she could journal there. And I backed it up with 2 pieces of paper so it'll be nice and sturdy. And I purposely left this side white, even though I distressed it with pink and browns, in case she wanted to use it as a journal spot. She can come back and stamp her own images, because I also like to leave a few places where you can add your own touches. And I did the same thing with this tag. Although I distressed it, colored it, I cut this out on my Spellbinders with the same, papers from the same collection. I just want to leave enough room that if she wants to stamp something else on it or put something else of her own taste, she can do that. And there's that a little beaded acrylic flower with some pink ribbon on the top. And that all just tucks into that little pocket right there. And I just love the teapot there. And for the last page here, I just left this one plain. I wanted her to be able to use the whole entire teapot. Let that be the last page so she could put a nice size photo there. I did add some bling to the little top part. And then this was a Spellbinders die, and it says, "You're my cup of tea." I stamped that on there. I put some pop dots, and again, I did not glue this all the way down so she could tuck a photo back there. And then over here to the little teapot, I added one of those little spoons, charms from my collection. I also added this butterfly, another one here and here, and I have some more bling. And I put stickles on every page. Every page has stickles all over it. On the leaves, I added some more flowers over here. And then the back of the album looks like this. Again, some more stickles. I added some bling. I am going to sign it over here. I have a little tea bag here that I cut out, acrylic flower, another butterfly, and the spoon is layered underneath all that. So I just did some paper layering for the back cover, and I pretty much left it. I just love this paper. I didn't want to cover it else. So that's my mini album. That's pretty much it. I would love to know what you guys think. And Nuirka, if you watch this tonight before we get to go on Tiny Chat, I hope you like what I created for you. I did it with lots and lots of love, and I did my best. As you can see, I try to keep everything within the mini, nothing hanging off too much. I just love this spoon, the way it came out on this mini. And this will be going out to you first thing Monday morning. I'm sorry I couldn't deliver it to you today like I had mentioned yesterday. But my grandson just occupied a lot of my time today. So everyone, thank you for staying tuned to this very long video. I hope I didn't put anyone to sleep out there. I hope you're all having a blessed weekend. Happy crafting to all, which is what I'm about to go get done. I'm going to go get ready for my friends. I'll talk to you all soon. Be blessed. Bye now.